Hello everyone and welcome back to another installment of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. Last we left off I was hounding Wynne.
Have you heard much about the Grey Wardens of old?
Yes! Okay, this was the conversation I was looking for. You be quiet. Sorry, I am addressing my roommate. I know they soar through the skies on Griffons.
Griffons. Alas, that seems to be the only thing people remember from the tales. The mighty flying mounts that bore the Grey Wardens into battle.
Well, I wish I had a griffin.
Unfortunately, they've all passed back into the Maker's hand. So that wish will have to go unfulfilled. It was said that watching the Wardens ride in on their white griffins was enough to rouse a weary heart and put the dance back in the step of an old man. The Grey Wardens were powerful, feared and respected, but they also inspired the common people. I remember a tale that was told to me many years ago.
Does the story have griffins in it?
Maker's mercy, it's like talking to a child.
So, does it have griffins in it or not?
Yes, there are griffins in this story. The blight had ravaged the land for months, and the armies of the great kings had amassed for one last stand. As the sun burst through the clouds that boiled and churned in the dark sky above, it illuminated a vast, seething horde of darkspawn, with the archdemon at its head. And it was then, when courage seemed to fail, and all lost to death and despair, that the Grey Wardens came. They arrived with the beating of wings like mighty war drums, and stood before the armies of men.
Griffins?
Yes, griffins. Now listen to the rest of the story. The Grey
She looks
Wardens,
pissed off at
grim
you.
and fearless, marched forth, ever between the men and the encroaching darkspawn. They formed a shield of their own bodies and held that line until the archdemon was dead, and the last darkspawn lay trampled in the dirt. And then, demanding neither reward nor recognition for their sacrifice, the Grey Wardens departed. When the clouds finally rolled back, and the sun shone full upon the blighted ground, the great kings knew that they had lost no men, and none of their blood had been spilled.
Griffins! Okay, sorry. This story, well... When did this happen?
This is a tale about no battle the Grey Wardens have fought, and yet about them all.
With griffins?
They have always defended us from the darkspawn, taking losses so we do not have to. People may have forgotten over the centuries, but nothing has changed.
Did they forget the
This
griffins?
knowledge has been blessing and burden to Grey Wardens past, and now it shall be your blessing and your burden.
I don't get a griffin? Anyway, that's actually not how I'm going to approach that conversation for the actual official game. I just wanted to show you the apparent minor obsession with griffins that you can actually have in this game. So I'm going to speed through the conversation with slightly different dialogue choices on my part. Most of the conversation is basically the same, but I wanted to show off the ridiculous griffin obsession. Why are you facing that way?
Have you heard much about the Grey Wardens of old?
I know they were respected. They were more respected in the old days.
It was said that watching the Wardens ride in on their white griffins...
Shut up.
The Grey Wardens were powerful.
No.
I remember a tale that was told to me many years ago.
Go on.
The blight had as the sun, and it was... They arrived with the beating of wings like mighty war drums,
And what happened
stood
then?
before the Grey Wardens, grim and fierce. They formed a shield, and then, when the clouds finally rolled back, and the sun shone full upon the blighted ground, the great kings knew that they had lost no men, and none of their blood had been spilled.
This story isn't about a specific battle, is it?
You are observant. This is a tale about no battle the Grey Wardens have fought, and yet about them all. They have always defended us from the Darkspawn, taking losses so we do not have to. People may have forgotten over the centuries, but nothing has changed. This knowledge has been blessing and...
Right. So either way, she approves just about the same, but I still prefer my character not be painted as having an obsession with griffins, despite apparently wearing them in her uniform, her outfit thing. Let's see, are you equipped the best you can be? No, you're not. Let's see. Win? Oh my god. I think you're probably better equipped with what you've got. Well, that's better than nothing. And I guess this is also better than nothing, so I'll put that on her. I don't have any shoes for you, though. Sorry, guess you'll have to go into this battle shoeless. Let's put a helmet on you. And what are you wearing? Wow. That's... give you a nice matching outfit. Looking good. And you've got a pretty nice weapon. And your secondary... you don't have any secondary, but that's okay. You don't need one. For the upcoming battle, let's give you the fire bolts. Always a good opportunity to use them. Hum ba-dum bum bum. Ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum boom. And actually, I know I keep putting it off to talk with people, but I'm curious to see what happens if I do talk with Alistair. Well, let's see, what's his approval at the moment? I think it's up where it is. And the reason I found it funny was the first time I played through this game, as soon as I had finished with the Circle of Magi, I had the first conversation where he offers the rose. And I talked to him again, and I had another conversation with him. That happened ridiculously fast and completely out of nowhere just because I had finished the Circle of Magi quest. Anyway, if I have his approval up enough, which I suspect I do, but I could be wrong, then I may get that conversation with him. Let's see if that's true.
You know, maybe this isn't the best time
wait.
to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you.
No, it's actually not the one I was
Chances
thinking
are
of.
we'll be heading to Denham soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up.
Well, this really is not the best time for this conversation, but... this wouldn't be some former lover of yours, would it?
A former what? No! Do you honestly think I would suggest we go see... together? No! The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only, I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret after all. But, after I became a Great Warden, I did some checking and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denham.
That's wonderful news.
She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know.
If you want to, we could try.
Could we? I'd appreciate that. If something happened to her and I never went to at least see her, I don't know if I could forgive myself. Her name is Goldanna, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
Right. He just made poofy in his pants again. And on that note, I'm out of time for this installment of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. Hope to see you next time where we actually start the battle at Redcliffe, despite all of this talking! Hope to see you then!